Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and it's Debsy, and place to be, it's Debsy. Boop, that's me. Boop, Debsy. Hey guys, and happy Thursday. It is Thursday. Listen, Linda, we are almost to Friday. This week went super quickly. I hope it did for everybody else. I hope everybody is having a wonderful week and had a great day. Listen, before we get into it, I'm finally going to be covering Real Housewives of Beverly Hills this past week. However, I need to share something with you, and I need to say a hello. First of all, hello to everybody, but also hello to anybody who I may work with who is checking out my channel. I have to share, because this morning in our huddle, my supervisor was like, Deb, where are you? I was like, I'm here. And of course, anytime anybody in authority who has any kind of authority over me calls me out, I'm like, what did I do wrong? Something happened? Do I need a box? And to pack my belongings to head out of the company. And she said no. And she said, Deb here has a YouTube channel that a few of us had watched. And I was like, uh-oh. I'm fine though. So my YouTube channel was shouted out during our morning huddle. And so if anybody happens to be watching from my team, from Team Lisa, hello everybody, and welcome to my channel. You'll see that I have no set thing here. Like, anybody who knows that has been watching me knows that I do like a mixture of things. It's pop culture. It's some reality shows. It's The Bachelor. It's The Bachelorette. It's Bachelor in Paradise. It's Golden Bachelor. It's some Real Housewives. It's some pop culture stuff. Sometimes I eat on camera and I do reviews. Sometimes I unbox things. It's just, I'm all over the place. Much like our morning meetings, I'm everywhere and I'm goofy while I'm doing it. So hello, if you are from my work team, hello everybody, and good afternoon. And if you're watching this in the afternoon, good afternoon. If you're watching this in the evening, hello, good evening. And if you're watching this in the morning, I'll see ya in the morning. So, hey guys, let's move on to the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. So this week, we started off in Augusta. The ladies are packing up to move on out and go back to 90210 and the sunny sunshine of Beverly Hills. The sunny sunshine as opposed to the gloomy sunshine. So listen, before they leave, Sutton finally gets what she came for. And that was an I love you from Reba. What? She said, I love you? Listen, if we're being for real, I still don't like Reba. To be honest with you, still don't like her. I mean, she made some headway. I still don't like her. Okay. So Bose is getting a visit from her cousin Tina. She's like super close with Tina. She said she's probably closer with Tina even than she is with her sisters. So she comes over. I loved what they were drinking. They put those little gold flecks in. I think, to be honest with you, I might have to do that in my next video, because I think right over there, I might have some gold left from Lord knows what I used it in. Although I probably will be using that, for the Oscars, for the Daras. Okay. So she came over, they had a nice little drink, and the discussion turned towards fertility, okay? So you know that time is ticking for Bose. So she is very serious about getting this moving with Keely. So the fertility doctor is coming from Vegas to California. And not just Bose is getting tested, but also Keely. So this is making her a little nervous. And you would think, well, maybe it's because of she's older now. But it's not just that. She tells us that now we know that she has her daughter, but before that, she was pregnant before that. And I believe she said in like her 4th or 5th month, she developed preeclampsia. Preeclampsia. And that interfered with her birth, and she ended up losing her first daughter, which is just so sad. And then she had the daughter that she has now. But this is bringing her back to that place. So it's making her nervous and it's making her a little scared, which I can completely understand. Okay, Erica FaceTimes Kyle, and they were talking, and Erica told her, "Hey, listen, when we were at your sister's house, when we were at Kathy's, Bose had said to Kathy that she thinks that you are not really that welcoming to her, that you are not, you're a little cold towards her." And she really didn't have anything to say about that. But we know Kyle. We know she's not going to let that be. Actually, it's not just Kyle. Anybody would probably bring it up. So I don't want to just say that about Kyle, but we know she's going to bring it up. Okay, so Dorit is having a 4th of July party. She said that in the past, her and PK would always do all of the holidays up for the kids. So she wants to kind of like bring a little bit of happiness back into the house. So they're going to have a red, white, and blue themed party. They have like a bouncy slide. They have the pool and everything looks really nice. So she's inviting the ladies over, but she's also inviting some of her other friends over too. So who do you think the first to arrive is going to be? You would think that it would maybe be like Bose or Erica, people that she's really close with. But as it turns out, it's not. It's Sutton. Sutton's the first one to arrive. She comes in. Door is wide open. I don't know if I would that's the thing. I don't know if I would leave the door wide open. Like, especially since, now that I think about it, especially since Dorit had that home invasion, like a few seasons ago. She has that home invasion and you're just leaving the door wide open to your house. I don't know that I would do that. I wouldn't do that. So Sutton walks in, she's like, hello. Nobody is there. She ends up waiting for like 39 minutes until Kyle also walks in. And what was up with that listen, there was that big table right when you walk in, and there was like that shrine to her and PK. Kyle was like, what is she doing with this? But maybe she's just doing that for like the kids to like make it not as odd as it is. I mean, that's really the only way they get to see their father, because let's be for real. He's single PK now. He doesn't have these want anything to do with them kids. I'm going to tell you right now. So finally, Dorit comes downstairs. Oh, hello, ladies. Hello. Oh, so nice to see you. She goes, no, I'm going to get that thing about. No, as soon as I said that, what is going through my head? My favorite housewife of all time is Dorinda Medley. Hey, how you doing? I'll tell you how I'm doing. No, well, bitch. That's going to go through my head now. The rest of this video. So she goes over there and she's talking to Kyle, and then comes over and she was happy. She was laughing. She was, oh my Lord. Yes, I do see that I have this here with me and PK. But to be honest with you, I don't even have any time to do anything. No, I'm going to get in my head again, that Dorinda thing. So she's all friendly over there with Kyle. And then she goes over and talks to Sutton. She's like, oh, hello. Oh, hello. Hi, everybody. Why, hello, Sutton. Thank you for coming. You look lovely. I'm like, oh, shit. So, listen, the thing that was awkward here was how she took Sutton's tiny bag hostage. she was really not giving that up. Like at first, Sutton, you could tell Sutton was like, ha ha, she takes everything that I have. Ha ha ha. And then she wouldn't give it back. She was like, shit, can you really for real give me that back? Because that bag, that little ass bag was probably a little ass mini Birkin. That thing was probably $50,000. I'd fight somebody if somebody took that from me. I thought that was awkward. But as it turns out, this was her doing this because of what she did when Sutton interrupted her when she was telling everybody, like Jagger had said to her, "Are you getting divorced?" So, I mean, it wasn't right that she interrupted her, but I mean, it's not worth that much. So, the purse is a little more expensive than that. Anyways, so they go outside. 3 ladies go outside. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. When I say 3, 3 plus add 1 because Garcelle shows up. So they're sitting there and Garcelle says to Sutton, "Hey, what are you drinking?" And she says, "Well, I'm drinking the watermelon something," which sounded refreshing, the watermelon something. And Garcelle said, "Oh, that has alcohol in it, just a little bit of alcohol." And she said, "Yeah, I know." And then Dorit says something like, "Did you just ask Sutton what she was drinking? And then you told her that there's alcohol in it," kind of like as if to say like, duh, you don't think she already knows that there's alcohol in it and that's why she's drinking it. So Sutton replies by calling her like, "Dorit, you are such a bitch." And then walking out. But not before Dorit is like, "Wait a minute. What are you doing coming in my house? You don't have to come in my house and call me a bitch. You come to my house and call me a bitch?" So Sutton gets up, storms off. Garcelle and Kyle follow. And Dorit's like, well, of course, they just walk away and nobody thinks anything about maybe comforting me. Just follow after her and make sure you have her drink. Listen, I'm going to tell you, I immediately thought, Sutton had said that she's upset because, remember, in a couple of seasons prior, Dorit had insinuated quite a few times that Sutton has a drinking problem. And then, remember, in the reunion that season, they were like, "Well, you insinuated that she had a drinking problem." She was like, "I did not." "Girl, you did. You insinuated a couple times that she had a drinking problem." So she was upset about that. But listen, in my mind, I immediately went to, well, she's probably upset because we just found out that prior to her father unaliving himself, he was self-medicating with alcohol. He had an alcohol problem. So this hits quite close to home for her. Honestly, in my opinion, I feel like both of them are wrong, but listen, I feel like Dorit, from the second that she saw Sutton in her home, she kind of was like, wanted to retaliate against her. Like, she was looking at getting on Sutton from Jump Street. If I was Sutton, and I'm petty, I'm going to tell you this much right now. I can be petty. I'm 56. I've had plenty of years to learn. I can be petty. If that was me, I would have said something right then and there that this might not be good, this might not sound good, but I would have said something that would have made her felt like shit on a shingle. I would have made her feel terrible. I would have said something like, just to let you know, the reason why I'm getting upset about this is because right before my father took his life, he was self-medicating with alcohol and he had a drinking problem. You're welcome. Have the day you deserve. Goodbye. And then I would have walked out. I wouldn't have went and sat at the front door and talked to people and got camera time. I would have said that. I would have dropped the mic. I would have walked out. Boom. That's it. I would have been done. But that's not what she did. She cried a little bit and then she walked out. I wouldn't have done none of that. It's exactly what I would have done. But all that being said, I'm going to tell you. Would I have gone to someone's house and called them a bitch? No, I wouldn't. I mean, you know, as rough around the edges and as petty as I am, and I am not a polished diamond, honey, sisters, Linda. As you well know, I am not a polished diamond. But I would not go in somebody else's house and call them a bitch. I mean, Bose comes in later and she's like, oh, somebody comes in my house and calls me a bitch. That's fighting words. Yeah, that would be fighting words. I'd be like, somebody comes in this house and calls me that? I'd be like, you can see yourself to the front door. You walked in it, you can go head on at it. It's right there. We got one door there to go out the front. We got one door there to go out the back. You can go down the cellar and you can go down that way. So we got 3 ways out. Actually 4, because we got front door, back door, the bottom stairs, back door, and I can even let you out the garage. If you want to walk out the garage, you can do that. Know what to tell you. So that's just that. So like I said, Sutton storms out. Garcelle and Kyle follow her out, and then they just proceed to sit by the door as all the other ladies arrive. Like Bose comes in, Erica comes in, and Kathy Hilton come in, and they're just sitting there. They're trying to get her into the party. Like I said, if I was Sutton, I would just walked straight out. Here's another thing. When Sutton at the beginning of the season was like, I want everybody to be sisterhood. Sisters, I love y'all, and sisters, and we need sisters. Let's put our hands together with this ribbon, and we're sisters for life. Sisterhood. She should have never said that, because everybody is not friends with her is bringing up sisterhood as well. Like if I was on that other side, I probably would say it too. So eventually Sutton walks out. Okay. Now everybody's outside, but I'm going to tell you, I agree. I agree with Bose about this, because Bose was like, I think it's rude and I think it's uncouth to just be sitting at the front door of somebody's house when they're having a party. Why not just come in and, just come into the party and try and just have a good time, because that's why they threw this party for that. That's my thing. Either leave the party or come back in the party. Don't just sit there, because everybody's sitting by the front door now talking about this. But I will say another thing though. I will agree with Kyle on this, because Bose immediately just jumped to the defense of Dorit, because she didn't even really hear out what happened. She just immediately was like on Dorit's side. Bose, on the other hand, is like, I'm just basing it on what I see. What time is it? 7:53. Okay. She's like, I am just basing it on what I see. So yeah, Kyle basically was like, listen, you didn't even hear what happened and you immediately jumped to Dorit's defense. Oh no, wait, this is before Sutton leaves. They're at the front door. And she's like, you didn't even really get to hear what Sutton has to say. And you just immediately jumped to Dorit's defense. And Bose goes to talk, and then Garcelle's like, you need to stop being Dorit's spokesperson. Now listen, Erica a little bit later on mentions this, and this is true, because if she's going to say that Bose is Dorit's spokesman or spokesperson or parrot, then it could go the other way as well with Garcelle and Sutton, because Garcelle does stick up for Sutton quite a bit. It could go the other way. So like I said, finally Sutton leaves and the ladies all get together. They're out on the veranda and they're discussing. Garcelle now says to Bose that you're judging this situation, you're taking a side before you even heard what happened. Bose once again is just like, I'm calling it as I'm seeing it. I'm talking about what I'm seeing. And she was. Erica says in a confessional, it's okay for Garcelle to defend Sutton, but not for Bose to defend Dorit. And why is everybody so threatened about this new friendship between Dorit and Bose? See, now for me, I think the only person that is really upset by this is Kyle. I feel like Kyle might be a little jealous of I don't think she necessarily wants to be big friends with Bose, but she's jealous that Bose is getting this friendship with Dorit, which doesn't make any sense because Kyle is the one who in the past had said on different podcasts and different interviews that Dorit is making more out of the friendship than there is. So, but that's why else would she get so upset? Like she's like Dorit, you're over there, and every time Bose says something, you're all like, yep, Why is she getting so upset about that? See? Also, Garcelle then brings up the fact that, well, you said, Bose, that Kyle hasn't been welcoming to you. And Kyle is like, I don't understand. I feel like I've been very, very welcoming to you and very warm. But those flashbacks show otherwise. Those flashbacks are showing surface things, like a compliment about how pretty she looked with that flower, or just little surface things. Nothing really like deep. And that's what Bose says. Bose is like, I've had deep conversations with other people and I felt welcomed by them, but nothing like that with Kyle. So that's why she doesn't feel like welcomed by Kyle or warm, or that Kyle has that warmness or that depth to her, just because she hasn't gotten anything other than surface. Kyle says she feels like she's at a disadvantage with Bose just because Bose is so close to Dorit. So she has this automatic loyalty to Dorit to just take her side and to just be more of a friend to her. And like I said, be on her side. Listen, Erica, if I would be any of those people, I'd be Erica. Because Erica is like, I came over to have the one hot dog that I'm going to have a year. That's it. Erica just wanted to be there. She wanted to drink a little bit. She wanted to have a hot dog. She wanted to enjoy. And she's like, this shit is exhausting. I can take a lot, but then it gets exhausting. This shit is exhausting. I would be exhausted too. So Dorit says, point blank, listen, at the beach, at Garcelle's at the beach, we said we were going to start over fresh and clean. Is that what you want? Do you want this? Do you want to start over fresh? And both of them want that. So listen, the best thing that they could have done is what they did. They both got up, they went inside, they had a deep conversation about the one thing that they have in common. And that's the fact that they're both separated from their husbands, and it looks like both of their husbands want a divorce. One of them isn't isn't making it so obvious yet in the public. Whereas that's Mauricio, where PK, you know he wants that. Kyle said she doesn't want to stay where she's at because right now they're in limbo. So if the next step is divorce, then that's just what it is. And if she said that if she brings up the subject of divorce to Mauricio, he just brushes it off and he says it's too early to talk about that. PK and Mo, they're out there. Kyle had said it. She said they're out there living the single life. They're living their best lives. We're in limbo. And Dorit is saying that PK is fully in, like, he embraced that separation, like, immediately, whereas it caught her off guard. I'm going to tell you this. I believe that PK has been just waiting. He's been waiting for the perfect time to throw up the S word, separation. But remember, he didn't throw it up. He didn't introduce separation. It was his sponsor, his AA sponsor, who said, I think you guys should separate. He's been looking at this for a while. I'm just saying that. Do I know for certain? No. But am I 100% sure that I'm right? Yes. So, but here's the thing. They're in limbo. And the thing is, it seems like neither one of them have, maybe, I could be wrong, maybe they could be working behind the scenes, but it doesn't seem like either one of them, especially Dorit, is doing any behind the scenes legwork to get their ducks in a row, because I think they both are. I think Mauricio and definitely PK are working and getting things in order so that when proceedings start, boom, they're right out the gate. And then where are you left? Just like Sutton told Kyle and Erica told Dorit, start now. Get everything together, because legally they can go around. They can go around town. They can gobble up and gather all of the good attorneys. And then when are you left? Where are you left? So they are bond over this. Dorit also says that PK, he mentions divorce, but in a threatening way. And Kyle asks, do you think he wants a divorce? And she's kind of like, I don't know. You know he does, because he has mentioned it before. You know he does. That's his end game, divorce. And you're behind because he'd been planning for this. I guarantee you that. And then Dorit asks, do you think they're dating? Like, do you think our husbands are out there dating? Kyle says, I don't know how they could, considering the kind of life we live. Meaning, they're well known. You know, they're celebrities. They're well known. She has that thought of, like, in my mind, she's saying, no, I don't think so, because they're too high profile. This is a high profile situation. We're on TV. Everybody knows that, you know, Mauricio is separated from his wife and he's famous. So how could they? She didn't think he is. And then the big letters come on the screen. 1 week later. Listen, Linda. Listen, girls and guys. We know whenever anything big lettering comes up on the screen, like 1 week later, we know some shit went down. And some shit definitely went down, because news breaks with a voiceover again from Adam, from Up and Adam. Adam is getting himself some play. Bravo, Andy. Andy, how about having Adam on Watch What Happens Live? Because you'd be paying him, or at least pay him. Him and Kempire, pay them. But the voiceover says that, listen, Mauricio, when he touched down in Mykonos, Greece, he was greeted not by Kyle, but he was greeted by a young blonde in a sheer cover-up over a bikini, and they weren't just playing tiddlywinks, just saying hello. They were saying hello, but with their mouths. It looked very friendly. So that's that. And Kyle, totally blindsided. So there we go. He was just out on a vacation with his daughter, then Portia left the vacation, and then I guess after he had his little namaste yoga retreat in the Swiss Alps or whatever, well, get your ducks in a row. Get your ducks in a row. They're not listening to me. They're not watching me. They don't know me. Get your ducks in a row, Kyle and Dorito. Get your ducks in a row. Okay, with that being said, listen, if you guys watched, please let me know in the comments, or even if you didn't watch, let me know in the comments. If I work with you, let me know in the comments. If you'd like to work with me, let me know in the comments. So with that being said, if nobody told you yet today, you are loved, seen, and heard, please make sure that you put love, kindness, compassion, acceptance, hope, and positivity out there in the world. So it comes right back at you. Please take care of one another. Be aware of your surroundings always. Be smart and safe. Hydrate often with some water. And if you're in a dangerous situation, please know that Dolly and I are sending our love, thoughts, prayers, and positive energy and vibes your way so you can make it through. We got one more day. You know we can do it. We can do it. And then it's the weekend. So that looked kind of crazy. So I will see you guys probably tomorrow, because we're going to travel the globe on a Yums Fest. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye guys. Love ya.